Pokemon.
You don't even like Pokemon.
I do hate Pokemon a lot.
Hot sauce.
I also hate hot sauce a lot. And we should probably introduce ourselves at some point, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. I'm Cameron.
And I'm Devon.
And this is Watch,
Chat, Play.
Hey, welcome back to Watch, Chat, Play. And we are well aware that you have no idea who we are.
And we have no idea who you are, but we'd like to.
Very much so.
So we talked about it earlier, and we figured it would be kind of cool to write 3 questions for one another, but not tell each other what they were, and then we would just kind of open them while we're recording and then ask them live, so we're not pre-recording our answers. We have no idea what we're going to ask one another.
I'm scared.
We're going to try to shoot this in one take just because I don't think...
Oh, sealed.
Well, I taped it because I didn't want people to think that I'd already opened it. So that's what I did.
Well, it's not that fancy.
Okay. But I wrote 3 LQ for three little questions.
Oh, yeah.
Just cool. Okay. You want to go first?
Yeah, you go. You're open, so...
Okay, so...
Oh, no.
So, 2015 was a huge year for video games, with Batman Arkham Knights, Fallout 4, Halo 5, all having really huge launches, and I personally was stoked to hear that one of my favorite games, Witcher 3 Wild Hunts, was Game of the Year, and I thought that was amazing. I love that game. But there were a lot of games that got snubbed, and I know one of your personal favorites got snubbed as well, so I just wanted to ask you in front of the camera, how did you feel about the Order 1886 not earning Game of the Year?
Oh my god, that game. Pile of trash.
I know how much you love it.
Oh, it's beautiful. It's very beautiful, don't get me wrong on that part. But, it's not good.
Why? Why did you hate it so much?
There was nothing there. Nothing at all. There was... Okay, I played it for probably close to an hour, and I feel like I almost beat it.
So you're gonna sit there and you're gonna tell me that at no point you didn't think the visuals were cool, you didn't like the story of it at all, you didn't think it was a cool narrative?
It was pretty.
It was very pretty.
The story? Come on now.
Okay, so the reason that I asked this question is because Cam has crapped on this game for so long. I've never heard Cam rip into a game as much as he ripped into the Order 1886, and I liked it a lot. I thought in terms of like a really cool storytelling mechanism, I thought it was interesting. I thought the universe looked very pretty, and like the little things, you pick up an object and you rotate it around. They didn't have to be in the game, but I thought it made it cool. I liked it. I thought it was a good game. I didn't think it was Game of the Year, obviously, but I thought it was pretty good.
It was a movie.
I know. What's wrong with a movie? How often do you watch movies? You watch movies, right?
I don't.
Yeah. It's false because we saw the new Star Wars and then you just saw Deadpool.
That's true.
So you do watch movies.
Okay, those two.
But this is more engaging. This is like a more engaging story. It's a story it's a story I can be a part of.
Maybe. No. Shoot, I forget the name of it now. Help me out. Until Dawn.
Yeah,
that's the way to do a movie game.
That game was phenomenal. I will give you that because your decisions mattered, your consequences were really bad, and then it was a beautiful game. I will give you that. Until Dawn was a much better version of 1886, but I still think it was a cool game. So, all right. So what's yours?
Okay. So my first question here. Pretty simple.
Okay.
Straight to the point.
Mm-hmm.
Who's your favorite supervillain?
Ooh. Nice. Who's my favorite supervillain?
I mean, there's options.
There's a lot of options.
I mean, you got a Batman shirt.
Yeah. I mean, the Joker's incredible, but I feel like the Joker is a cop-out just for the simple fact that I am wearing a Batman shirt and there's so much hype around him. He's an interesting character, obviously. Heath Ledger's... Like, he made that role what it is. Jack Nicholson made that role what it is in the movies. And then Jared Leto.
I don't know.
It doesn't matter. He's amazing in Requiem for a Dream. And I'm going to grant him the ability to do that here in the newest one, Suicide Squad. But I don't think that Joker is my favorite villain. I think in terms of... It's a really hard question.
It's simple.
It's not simple.
When you think supervillain, the first one to pop your head. Zod. You already said Joker.
No.
Ultron.
No.
Captain America.
Captain America, the worst villain of all. No.
Hitler.
No, well, Hitler's a real bad guy, not a fake bad guy.
I think he's super villain.
I don't know. Maybe it's somebody big like that. Like Lex Luthor, I like his
great choice.
I like his obsessive quality.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that he's so obsessed with trying to save the world that he actually becomes a villain by mistake. Because there's something pure in that to me, in that he had a crap load of money. He's the Donald Trump of the DC universe. He wanted to build a wall that would block off Superman, and he wanted to have Superman build a wall to keep him out. No, I just think I get that part where there's this guy and he comes out of nowhere and you don't really know his motive, even though he's saving the entire planet constantly. But you decide that you want to be able to do that yourself as a man, and you dedicate your entire life to doing that. All right, so Lex Luthor was my answer. So I'll go with my second question for you.
Okay.
The both of us lean toward PlayStation consoles,
All
but
the way.
I remember you telling me that you would never own an Xbox console ever again. So I wanted to ask you, what happened with 360 that was so bad that it made you never want to go back to Microsoft ever again?
Well, let's start at the beginning here. I get a 360 for Christmas, and take it home, and I'm playing it for a week. I take relatively good care of my consoles. I had it on the shelf. I had plenty of ventilation, and I get the Red Ring of Death. So I call them, and it's like 70-something%, I think it was, of the people were having this problem. So they said, oh, we'll just send you a new one. It's still under warranty, whatever. So I get that one. I'm playing that one for, I think that one was a week too. It happens again. So I'm like, well, I'm sure they'll send me another one since it's a common problem. I call them. They say, yeah, we'll just send you another one. No big deal. So I get my next one. It took them, I think that one took almost 5 days for me to get the new one. Get that one, 2 days. 2 freaking days. It happens again. So I'm like, I feel like maybe there's something I'm doing wrong. So I check everything, make sure everything's ventilated. And I get that one actually to work one more time, and then it craps out. So I call them again, and they start to kind of question me as a gamer. I'm like, well, I'm taking care of my stuff, so it's not on my end. I think it's on your end. It's like, oh, we'll send you a new one. Yeah, you will. I want to play the games here.
You better.
Dead Rising is what I want to play right now. So I get the new one. I don't remember how long that one took. Hook it up. I get another week out of it. And another red ring. Call them, and they don't want to send me another console. So I'm kind of like, nah, you're going to send me another console. This is my 5th one I've been through. And they're saying that it's my fault, the warranty doesn't cover this many, and all kinds of stuff like that. So I I sent mine back, and I have not had one since.
What did they say that they thought that you were doing something specifically to the consoles, or
they were saying that I didn't have it in a well ventilated area. It was overheating and frying up the insides.
Where did you have it?
I had it on the side of my TV, laying flat, completely open. There was nothing near it.
So it was laying on like the table?
Like I had a setup. It was similar to this, but it had like a lip on the end. TV was there. It was like kind of a bigger TV, and then the Xbox was sitting right beside it.
Well, I think you have to suspend it in midair. Like I think there can be nothing touching any surface for the 360 to operate.
Well, then
I think
they can just keep the console, because that's dumb.
All right, I just think it's an awesome story. I know a lot of people are kind of divided between like Sony and Microsoft, and I think this is one of the few times I've heard of like legit rational reasons. So I thought that was a good question.
Customer service,
not great.
That leads to another story I'll tell in the future, though.
Okay, cool. All right, you're up.
The second one, something that you absolutely love, but you think no one else does.
Besides Order 1886. Something that I love that I think nobody else does.
Like, I like to put applesauce in tuna noodle casserole.
Yeah, what?
I love it. It tastes amazing.
Well, that's disgusting.
Don't knock it till you try it.
Okay, this is kind of weird. One of my favorite things to do, and I explained it to my wife, Danny. She was very confused. There's something about when you brush your teeth first in the morning, and then if you get a glass of warm water and you drink it shortly thereafter, like it's this minty, really good, I don't know how to describe it. There's just something about it that I've always liked. And I know it sounds like the dumbest thing in the world, but like anytime I brush my teeth, like morning, afternoon, evening, whenever I brush my teeth, as soon as I can, I try to get a glass of warm water just because it's this weird thing.
That is pretty weird.
I know. I acknowledge that it's weird, but that's what you asked me. So I don't care if I'm the only person that does that. I don't need you to do it because I like it just fine. So
I'm going to try that tomorrow.
It's you will not regret this experience, I promise. This will open up mornings for you forever. Okay, so last round.
Okay.
Let's see. When I asked you if you wanted to do this, as far as watch, chat, play, and getting all this set up, first, what did you think in the beginning when I first asked you, and then why did you agree to do watch, chat, play?
I was really excited because I like to convey my thoughts, and I think we can go places with this. Honestly, I feel like it'd be fun. Even just for us, just documentation for us. Go to a convention and come back, have video evidence that we were there. It'd be really cool.
I think that'd be cool too. Like a lot of the stuff that I have is built for like interviewing people.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the more fascinating things to do is to go places and meet people and just see how they're doing. So yeah, I agree with that.
I think it'd be really cool. Mm-hmm. And what was your second part?
Second one was why did you agree to do this in the first place?
Because you're awesome.
Well, thanks.
Our banter back and forth when we're together it's just a lot of fun, and I feel like other people might like it.
Cool. I hope so.
I do.
And then last question for...
Oh, yeah. I can't count to 3.
Numbers are hard.
This is a tough one.
I like that you close your paper back up.
Because I don't want to leave it open. Because it's like...
Like you don't want to look at it?
My handwriting's awful. I don't want anyone to see it.
That's why I typed mine. My handwriting is so bad.
You have to choose one superpower, okay? Flight or invisibility. And why?
Do either make me sleepy?
I mean...
Like the longer I use it, the more tired I get, like I'm running.
I mean, it's not really like you're running. It's more like you're burning energy. So it's like if you spend all day flying, you're going to pass out for like 10 hours.
Okay, so yeah, flying. For sure flying. Just as like a logistics thing, I drive over an hour to school. I go to Kent State University. I'm studying broadcast journalism. Go Flashes. And it's such a pain to drive and get stuck in traffic, and I spend so much time in my car, which is great for listening to like podcasts and stuff like that, which is fantastic. But if I could just fly to where I was going, it would be so efficient. It would be so efficient. What about you? What would yours be?
Invisibility, absolutely.
For like creepy reasons?
Oh yeah. I just want to mess with people.
Okay, cool.
I feel like it'd be fun just to go invisible and like haunt someone. Just like move crap on them. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Just trip them.
You trip them. Like in the middle of the night, move their couch out so they fall over it. Yeah.
That's pretty good. I like that one. All right, well, that's a little bit about us, and we could probably spend an entire time trying to just explain ourselves. But I figure going forward, we'll do more of this. If there's something that you have a question about, if there's something that you want to know, I mean, we're more than happy to get to know you, and we're more than happy for you to get to know us. So if you have a question, you can hit us up on Instagram, Watch Chat Play, Twitter @Watch Chat Play. I mean, in the subscribe area, you can subscribe to our video and you can ask questions there if you want to, because this is a multiple conversations between Cameron and I, and more importantly it's with you as well. So ask us a question if you have one, tell us about yourself if you want to, because we want to hear about you too. So we're gonna wrap this up for now, and then we'll come back to you in a second. Welcome back to Watch Chat Play. In the spirit of firsts, since this is our pilot episode, our first one, we wanted to talk about, we had a long discussion about what our first would be. If it was going to be our first video game, if it was going to be our first R-rated movie, all kinds of firsts. But what we decided on was what was the first console that we actually bought ourselves? Some of you might be younger and not up to that point yet, but since the both of us are out of the home for quite a while, some longer than others.
Oh man.
I figured we would talk about that. That wouldn't be a bad first. So I'll have you go first if you want. What was the first console that you bought?
Okay, so I cleaned a house for this old man, saving up. I get $10 every day when I'd go over and do it. I kept saving and saving. And my first actual console was the PlayStation Vita.
What?
Yeah.
Was that last year?
I think it's 4 years old. I don't remember the date now, but it just turned 4.
How much was the Vita?
Like $250. So I took the money that I made working, and then I was cleaning on the side, and the cleaning money is the money I used because I was saving all the work money.
You got $10 a day.
$10 a day to clean for this dude.
And you only spent that on the Vita.
I spent that money to buy the Vita and the memory card, which cost like...
Why was his house so dirty?
He's an old man. Now here's... Okay. So he was a relatively large man that had a lot of health problems. So I'd go over and I'd let his dog out and,
feed him peanut butter.
Yeah, rub peanut butter on his face so he could shave and, just like, man, no. No, I would cook, like, burgers for the dog because the dog was fat, too.
What?
Yeah.
Like, just hamburger meat? Or you
just hamburger meat.
Okay.
So I would throw a hamburger on the grill, throw spices on it because the dog had to have spices for some reason.
You gotta season it.
I'd break it all up, put it in a dish, and I made $10 for doing this.
Okay, cool. I mean, it's not a bad story.
So there's that.
It surprises me that he made you season the dog meat.
I didn't ask questions. I was just helping the man out.
So
He's nice.
Whatever it takes for that 10 spot.
Exactly.
All right, man. That's pretty cool. I did not clean the guy's house in order to buy the system that I bought. My first system that I bought myself was the PlayStation 3 when it came out in 2006. I was living in Japan. It was when I was in the Marines, so I had a lot of downtime. And I remember clearly being younger, and I always wanted a new system. And my mom was a single parent, and I have a brother and a sister. So single mom, 3 kids. Gaming systems weren't really in the cards. So I remember a couple of times where I met this, a guy in middle school or in high school, and he was talking about this new system that he got, PlayStation 1. He just got PS2 for Christmas, and I was fully and completely jealous and angry because I didn't have any of that stuff. So I joined the Marines, I deployed, and I had a lot of disposable income that was used for a lot of dumb things. And then when they announced the PlayStation 3 launching, I knew when I decided that I did not care what it was going to cost. I didn't care how much at all. Whatever it was going to be worth, I was going to buy it, and it didn't matter. So I remember when it came out in 2006, it was like $634 or something ridiculous. But I remember not caring. I said, I want this, and I want whatever games you have. Like, ring it all up and bring it to me, and it's mine. So I went in and I bought it, and it was one of the more memorable purchases that I've made in my entire life. I've gotten a car and all this other stuff, but like as a gamer, as a nerd, that was one of the bigger purchases that I remember thinking, like, this is mine, and it's my own nerd habit, and I'm paying for it myself, and it doesn't matter, like, this is my system. And I had that system until I want to say last year, where I got the yellow light of death. Oh. So I tried to save it. I ripped it apart. I cleaned the motherboard off. I put it in the oven. I baked it, which sounded crazy. And I remember I had gloves on that I borrowed from a friend. I put all the parts on the table, and I cleaned everything really good. Put it all back together. Had I think it's called Arctic Force or something that you put on the heat sink.
Yeah.
So I did the whole shebang. I got like another month out of it, and then it died. So I figured whatever. So I ended up upgrading to a PlayStation 4, which I also bought with my own money. But when you get to the point where you're married and you have combined income, like, it's not the same as when it's just you by yourself. So yeah, that was my first console. Big Sony fan my whole life, so that 3 was a big win for me. I was a big fan.
That was a tough sell. I had to talk my dad into buying me the PS3 because it was so expensive.
How much? So I bought mine when I was in Japan, so I just thought it was inflation. How much was it stateside?
Oh my god, I think it was like $700.
Really?
Yeah, it was expensive, man. We got the biggest hard drive that was in it, like the big fat one. It was not the backwards compatible one, but I think it was pushing 700 is what he spent on it.
Was it in 2006 or was it later? Because
It was the year it came out.
Okay, because mine was a 60 gig, and it was in 2006, and that was it. Like, those were the backwards compatible, the 60 and the 80, and I think there was like a 20 gig that were backwards compatible, but that was it.
Yeah, I don't remember what size that one was. I don't even know where that one went. It's the big fat one, because I ended up getting a slim after that.
The dumb slide top one?
No, the other one with the automatic.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
With the actual push buttons.
I'm a fan. I'm a
Yeah.
fan. Those are good. Hashtag Sony. All right, well, that's a little bit of our first, so I figure we'll wrap this out, and then we have some other stuff coming up for you that I think you're going to like a lot, so stay tuned for Watch, Chat, Play.
Welcome back. We're going to do this segment I made up. We're going to call it Hot Headlines. We're just going to pick some headlines and talk about it. I'm going to do Pokemon's 20th anniversary is coming up.
I'm going to try to explain a little bit about the Rocket League announcement for some DLC that's coming out.
We're going to throw a little twist on what we're doing, though. I have some Mad Dog 357 hot sauce. Supposedly it's 600,000 Scoville units, which is the measurement of how hot things are.
And let me just clarify that when we discussed this before we even started, it was on the premise that Cameron was going to do this by himself, and we were just going to shoot him struggling. I don't know how it switched to me being a part of this. So I'm going to read you the warnings to this. I agree, as indicated by my opening of this bottle. It is not opened. As follows in connection with my purchase of this product, which I'm assuming you bought.
Yeah.
So number one, this product is extremely hot. You should use it with extreme care.
Wow, no.
Two, this product is to be used at my own risk, and I fully understand the potential danger if used or handled improperly.
I think this might be improper use.
Well,
nah,
you have gloves on.
That's fine.
3, if I give this product as a gift, I will make the recipient fully aware of the potential danger if used or handled improperly.
I'm scared.
4,
I think I'm shaking.
I hereby disclaim, release, and relinquish any and all claims, actions, and lawsuits that I or any of my dependents, heirs, family members, or legal representatives may have against any party relating to any damage or injury. There's more. I'm halfway through the 4th one. It's not done yet. Damage or injury that results or is alleged to have resulted from the use, consumption, ingestion, contact, or other use of or from the product. That's a really long 4th one.
That is really long.
There's one more.
Oh no.
But wait, there's more. 5. I am not inebriated or otherwise not of sound mind, and I am fully able to make a sound decision about the purchase of this product.
Do you agree to all the disclaimers?
I didn't buy it, so no. You get to open it.
I will open this.
Okay. So thank you for watching the very first episode of Watch, Chat, Play. I hope this small gesture is a way for us to let you know how serious we are about doing this and how we're not going to do anything, but we'll do a lot just to make sure that you're entertained. So if you could, in the comment description, we're going to leave a whole bunch of our social media information. We'll have Facebook on there when that's up and running, Instagram, Twitter, the whole shebang. If you could please like us, follow us, share us, more importantly share us, especially if you're watching this on YouTube, please share this video, because this doesn't work without you. I can hang out with Cameron hang out with me. But at the end of the day, this doesn't work without you being part of this. So in the event that I am unable to tell you, please subscribe to the video and leave a comment. Let us know what you liked, what you didn't like. If you would be all right with us stopping now, if you could just send me a signal right now, that would be great. But I don't want to smell it. I just want to do this. So for the last time, thank you for watching Watch Chat Play, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.
Why is it not?
It's so thick.
Did you shake it first?
I shook it. Let's shake it again.
Why is it so thick? It's
oh
like,
my god, it smells so rough.
It's like hot sauce syrup. There it is.
Again, I'm telling you about Pokemon.
And I'm allegedly gonna tell you about Rocket League. Look at my hand.
Don't move. Come on, baby. You're not getting much more than that.
So I know that doesn't look like a lot. And I feel like it's not.
Oh no! Share with me. I got so much more than you.
Well, you get to go first.
I don't.
I maintain that this was your decision in the first place. I shouldn't even be holding this stupid spoon.
I was just gonna run away.
I really thought that I was just gonna hold on and try to.
Can I just lick it? Do I have to eat it? Well, see, mine's a lot bigger than his. It's not fair.
So.
Clinky.
Cheers.
Are we eating the whole thing, or are we just licking it?
I was gonna just flip it upside down and put it on my tongue. What were you gonna do? Because it doesn't move all that. See how thick that is? It doesn't really move.
I'm just gonna lick it.
All right. Well, you go first. All right, same time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go, Pokeball.
Oh my god!
So Rocket League's DLC comes out March 8th. And it's the Batmobile. And it's going to be amazing. Oh. Rocket League is amazing as it is. But I feel like this Batman DLC is going to do for the franchise what the Back to the Future DeLorean wouldn't. Oh, that's so hot. Oh, that is so hot.
I can't.
Talk about Pokemon.
I can't.
Talk about Pokemon.
Pokemon turns 20.
It's still not
on the 27th, February.
It's not enough to drink.
27th.
Holy crap.
Oh, it's in my throat and it hurts so much. It's in my ears.
Who would use that in food?
I don't know. This is a bad idea.
This is your idea. I was supposed to be watching you do this.
Okay, Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said we're going to use chips or something.
Gloves out of here. Pokemon's 20.
I feel like we just watched The Notebook.
Pokemon's 20. They're re-releasing Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. The 27th. I think it's $10 on the eShop or something.
Which I just found out that you don't get Charizard out of the gate. It doesn't make any better. Why doesn't it make any better?
This is the worst.
This is the worst. It's stuck in the back of my throat.
They announced a new Pokemon game. Well, 2 new Pokemon games. Pokemon Sun and Moon comes out holiday this year, 2016.
I feel like I already said mine. Oh, that hurts.
You play Street Fighter?
Yeah, I put the new Street Fighter. It's really bad in the beginning. It's good until the liquid doesn't hit your body anymore. And then it comes back and it hurts a lot.
Please make it stop.
Alright, I think that's all the time we have for today.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching Watch Chat Play.
We're done here.